couple of years ago on another channel, I actually did another video like this, but I'll go a little bit more in depth without rambling. I like to ramble. But anyways, Catacombs 20th anniversary in KW is coming up. There was a little bit of interest online when I was posting about it. So, we have our show coming up June 13th. It's all online. Check out all that. Um, so this is the 20th anniversary in Catacombs 2026 in Kitchener. 2026, because we did start it in 2006. But the real story about it is it's actually 25th anniversary of Catacombs. But it was not Catacombs shirts, Catacombs merch. It was Catacombs CDs. 2021, being very very young, hate being a prep cook at Kelsey's, and no business savvy, no, I'm going to start a store and it's going to work. So with about $100 in my bank and a $10,000 high interest loan, I started a CD store. 2021, height of Napster, 9/11, didn't work. I did give it 2 years. I tried. It just didn't work. So when it closed, I'm never going to open up another store. Uh, did put it online. I was getting an order here and there, but whatever. I went back to Kelsey's. Um, Move it to 2004 when I moved to Kitchener. I worked at Bingham's. I worked at another Kelsey's, a few other jobs. Had the website going, getting 2 or 3 orders a day, whatever. Me and my ex went out one night. As I was saying, I'm condensing all this into a little bit. We were getting like 2 or 3 orders a day. We went out to see the Johnny Cash movie that was replaying for some reason years after it was out. Came home, had 15 orders in the queue. Oh, fuck. And that kept up, and it kept up. This is the website, the Catacombs website. 2005, no, we're going into 2006 now. I'm jumping ahead. And it kept going, and had a good cushion in the bank, had good credit. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because I'm tired of working at restaurants. Wife wasn't working. Uh, my idea was get a warehouse, do what we're doing. People can make a call ahead, say, hey, we want to come at this time. Look at what we have on the site. And I also wanted to do printing merch for bands that have to cross the border so they could get it from us and they didn't have to pay the taxes. That was my idea for Catacombs in Kitchener. Very trustworthy thing you'd have to do from my side and their side. But no shit talking my ex. She was very adamant on starting a store. I never wanted to do it again. So, at this time, I had great credit. I had some money in the bank, got a good loan. We got a lot more merch. We opened our store on Queen Street. If you're from Kitchener, you'll remember the first one. It was a hip hop store before that was actually used as a front as a coke ring. I think there was fucking hookers going under there. Whatever. We moved in there. 2026. Can't remember the exact date. It was fun. Other than a few busy days, we were not ever busy. The website at that time was getting 50, 60 orders a day. That's what kept us going. The comic store 2 doors down, this is a year later, closed. So I'm just like, website's keeping us going. Really good, actually. Stores okay. Let's move 2 doors down. Moved in. A lot of people that were fans of the comic store absolutely fucking hated us. There was a thing in the paper about us saying shit. But it's like, do you want the store to stay empty and very sad looking, or a really cool store moving in? And then moved in. I had these fucking 70s paneled walls that I should have kept, painted them black, but I put all these Christmas lights up, look cool. That was the second Catacombs on Queen. That would have been 2007. that's when it started doing shows, the Circus Room and the KW Metal Fest. We're going to do some videos about the KW Metal Fest, like how I brought Cryptopsy to the Howard Johnson's banquet room, shit like that. We did some shows at the Lang, stuff like that. But yeah, that store was there for 2 years. We moved out. I said because we had no room, but the real reason was there was water dripping down into the electrical, and I knew it was going to start a fire, and a few years later it did. And I wish I never moved out of that location, but I just don't need my shit to burn up. So that was the second store. And then in 2009, we moved down to the bridal shop, the last Catacombs, which we were from 2009 until 2013. And we got real busy there from 2009, 2009, 2010, most of 2011. And then, yeah, and then I'll say, man, I had some great fucking times in that place. We had some notable people come in to the store. I don't get starstruck, but I mean, we had, this is things I wrote down. We had people from the band Throwdown, Killswitch Engaged, from first to last. Mr. Giant John Dunsworth came in there playing his character Jim Leahy, which was fucking great. Black Dahlia Murder came in. They all bought shit and then fucking wore it on stage. Skeleton Witch came in. We drank until 5 in the morning with children about him one night, other than Alexei, believe it or not, wasn't there. Valiant Thor, The Creep Show, The Casualties, Monster Truck, Warlord Messiah, Local Metal Legends. Kate Ruckus worked there, who's a great local punk and folk guitar player, and Brian from Disgust worked there. So we had some celebrities working there. And that would have been 2009, 2013. And then the end of it. Fuck. Yeah. So what happened was, getting near the end of 2011, business just was going down bad. Like, my Christmases online, I was getting online at Christmas around 100 orders a day. It went down to about 30. And then my in-store went from here to here. So things were starting to go down south. And then I never tried to evade anything, but I just didn't do taxes right. I had people doing it that didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and that really screwed me a lot. Going into 2012, I couldn't do debit. I wasn't getting the sales, so I couldn't get new stuff. I was going on fumes the last year till 2013, and I decided to close it. And also, my rent went from $1,800 a month to $3,200 a month. And yes, it's business; they can do that. He's a fucking asshole because he knew the business was going bad. So let's raise his rent. And yeah, I ended up paying everything off. He's a fucking idiot. I think he ended up selling the White Pillar Suites, and he's a fucking dirtbag anyway. It doesn't matter. Catacombs is done. Not really. So after a couple of weeks, in the February 2013, I went to the Grand River Flea Market. The first few weeks were awesome. It's like, I can work 2 days a week and pay all my bills, because I've only got to pay for my house in Cambridge, car, and this little booth. There was a lot of people, man. There was lineups to get into the booth the first few weeks. And then it went to shit. A fucking plane crash. Because in the end, fucking place is still there, but it is ghetto. Do not go to the Grand River Flea Market. The struts in your car will get broken. You will have a ceiling tile fall on you. It's bad. But anyways, yeah. And then by this time, the website went from all those orders a day, and I was lucky to get 2 a week. So 2014 was stagnant. 2015, I started putting stuff on Kijiji. 2016, I put up another website. I'm still Catacombs. I just go under Corey's Metal Merch now. A few orders here, a few orders there. We're right to 2026. My site's doing pretty good. The last 4 years now, I've been doing the heavy metal garage sale, which every 2 to 3 months I do it. And it's always a good time. I get a lot of people from out of town. I probably get more people from out of town, shockingly, than from in town. Uh, Pop-up stores. It's still Catacombs in the end. I've been rambling a lot of shit here, but in the end game is to bring Catacombs back. That is why we're doing the anniversary show. When, I don't know. If anybody has a heads up on a cheap retail store, hey man, tell me, because it won't be this year, but probably next year. I've been saying this for a long time, next year, but I really want it in the next year sometime, 2027. Bring back the Catacombs. It won't be Corey's Metal merch like now, it'll be the Catacombs. More metal than before. It won't be purely metal, because I remember days of Catacombs, it was like I wouldn't sell any metal at all. Some days I would only sell Pink Floyd and fucking Rolling Stones and whatever. But yeah, I want to go more into finding more underground shit, scouring the underground to get some more good punk stuff, and let's start promoting some more shows. It's something I've really missed, and I'm going to do a video about that of 2013, why I stopped promoting shows. I did one 3 years ago. I'm doing this one coming up with Brian, and we're going to have a good 2026, 2027, and beyond. Anyways, thank you for listening to me ramble on. Hail the Dark Lord.